Absolutely not. Not really. Maybe a little bit? I don't think so. No. In all honesty, my debut novel, The Girl with 20 Fingers, is not an autobiography. Okay, I am used to be, almost was, concert pianist, kind of like Sarah Johnson, the main protagonist in my book. And I did actually have a chance to play a Mozart piano concerto with orchestra, but it was not the D minor. That's the one that Sarah bombed that basically screwed up her piano career. It was actually the C major, and it was a long time ago, but if I remember correctly, it went pretty well. Now, I did bomb some other piano performances, but that wasn't one of them. Still, I'm not Sarah, she's not me. But of course the book has some autobiographical references. Now, I did spend a year, this is 20 years ago now, but I did spend a year meeting up semi-regularly, about every other week, with an elderly, I think he was about 85 or so, German gentleman in the city of Bonn to play Mozart's works for piano, four hands. Now, if you ever took piano lessons, you probably came across these beautiful little pieces. Playing with him taught me a lot about Germany. I was still fairly new to the country back then. And it also taught me that music can be really something to enjoy, to have fun with, and not just be a job. But I do want to tell you one short story that did inspire the book, and it has to do with $1. So I met this elderly German through a mutual acquaintance because I was moving back to the city of Bonn, and I needed a temporary place to stay, and the person who knew us both said, oh, Kate plays the piano, and this gentleman and his wife, they had a very lovely grand piano and a couple of extra rooms upstairs. A perfect match. And in fact, it did turn out to be. So I came on a very, very snowy winter night, late at night, jet-lagged, of course. The ground was completely icy. I was slugging my big suitcase. I arrived in the dark and the cold, feeling very lonely, very jet-lagged. Then I did spend about a week or 10 days with the couple, and after playing the piano for a couple of days, the gentleman suggested that we give Mozart's works for piano four hands a try. And at the end of our time there, it worked out that we continued meeting up semi-regularly to keep playing. Now, before I left, and before I left his house and moved into my own apartment, I was still pretty shy, kind of trying to be polite. I wasn't exactly sure what the protocol was. I was in a different country, and I said, do I owe you anything for the room? And he kind of chuckled and said, in a very serious voice, $1 American. I dug through my wallet, and I was really glad I still had one. It was not completely full of euro bills at that point. So I handed him over the dollar, and I wasn't exactly sure how serious he was, but he laughed and thought it was quite a funny joke. Now in the book, Sarah buys the score to the D minor Mozart piano concerto from Herr Steinmann, the elderly German who she meets up with regularly to play Mozart's works for piano four hands. And why he chooses that price, well, that's something you can find out by reading the book. Click on the links below to order. I can't wait to share it with you.